So let's discuss about sigmoid versus like softmax. Like we used this like these two during like our classification problem. Like one of them during our logistic regression, we have used like sigmoid function for previously. If I have to recall, like previously like y if it is like h into sorry y is like something like theta naught plus theta 1x plus theta 2x square something so on. So from this like what we have done is like instead of having polynomial function directly, we use it like some function within which like we pass this like theta x, and that will be your y. Okay, so and this y what we have called is a sigmoid function, which will be of this form 1 plus e power theta 1 x. So this we call it as a sigmoid function, right? So and this sigmoid function actually, if you plot a curve, okay, sorry, just a minute. Okay, so if you plot a curve for this, so let me plot it. So this will take values in the range 0 to 1. So this curve should be slight like this, like something, it cuts at like 0.5. So this will be 0.5, this will be 1, and this will go closer to 0. Okay, so this is how our function will look like. So this is sigmoid. Okay, so what is the main idea behind using sigmoid function is, instead of returning 0 and 1, it will return you the probability. Like if you can see, like probability values will be within 0 to 1, right? So this will finally give you value within 0 to 1. So that is the main reason why we use this sigmoid, and also to restrict our data as well. So that is one more case. So this is for one sigmoid, right? So in case if you have like only if we are talking about binary classification, so which means you have x1 x2 so on xn. So and you have only one output y, which is to be classified into 0 or 1, means like some class like a car or not a car, something like that. So if it is like towards 1, it is a car, and if it is 0, then it's not a car. So in some cases we also discussed about like multi-class classification, where so if we this is like binary classification, right? So similarly, if you have multi-class classification, so where you have like similar x1 x2 x3 so on xn. So and instead of a single y, you'll be having a multiple values, right? So one is like y1 y2, something like this. So in that case what will happen is, you this will also be equal to like theta not x1. So similarly this will also be theta x. So where these thetas are different from these theta, so let me write like this way to differentiate between those two. So it's like you compute it like separately, but actually it's not separate. Like it will be within the same function, but treat it like this will have one different representation this way, and this will have one more representation with a different thetas. So treat it at like this. So and this is like multi-class classification. So during multi-class classification what will happen is, so like y1 y2, right? So let's also have one more saying that, which is other. Okay, so it's like y1 represent for car, y2 represent for bike, and let's say y3 is like other. We can have it or we don't need it as well, like that is also fine. So what we'll do is like the combined value, like because if you take even multi-class classification, right, in a photo, let's say you want to only classify one is uh, like is it a car or a bike or other, just these three. Okay, so in this case what will happen is you will say like this is like 0.7 probability that this is a car, and you say like it is 0.2 probability that it can be a bike, and the rest is like 0.1. So what will happen is the sum of probabilities will be like 1. Okay, even in this case. Okay, so that is a difference between multi-class classification and like binary classification. You will have additional classes here. If binary means like only one, like means it can be either 0 or 1, means like within 0 or 1 with a single class. Okay, so similarly means binary means two class, which means like that class or no class, something like that. So similarly, there is something called multi-label classification. So in case of let's talk about multi-class only, like what what will happen in case of sigmoid during multi-class is something like this. So let's say you have y1, y2, y3, means like three different classes. So these classes, how you will have is like let's say y1 will be e power theta 1x by 1 plus e power theta 1x plus e power theta 2x plus 1 plus e power theta 3x. Okay, this will be y1. Similarly, y2 will be e power theta 2x by 1 plus e power theta 1x plus theta 2x plus theta 3x. Okay, similarly y3 as well. Okay, so this is how, and once you add all the probabilities, so if it is like this, then you will get one. Okay, something called multi-label classification. So what it has is, so similarly it is also same, like except that there is one major difference. So y1 y2 similar to like how we have for multi-class classification, but here each of your y value, right? So what like I can give you a simple example with which you can know it. So in this, like you have a picture, and in that picture you want to classify if that photo contains a car or not. Okay, similarly a bike or not, or something like dog or not, something like that. So in that case maybe all can be there in that picture, right? So there can be a picture where you have a car and also have a bike. Okay, and you can also have a dog in that. Okay, or a person in that. So okay, like if you give this picture, if you give to a multi-class classifier, so what it will return is only it will give one thing, like it will give more probability to one thing and like that less probabilities to other. So mostly what will happen is which looks larger, which would have occupied more, and which is more of more clarity, it may give like more probability to that. Okay, so then what we'll do is like if you take this way, okay, something like this, so we'll take like which is the highest and take this that it contains car. Okay, but when in case if you want all, it can be like possible like 2 3 of the classes can be possible. So what you do is you can have something like this, and like each of the probability can be between 0 to 1. So it is not required that like the sum of probabilities will be like greater than sorry equal to 1. So each one can be separately like within 0 to 1. So okay, so in that case what will happen, so y1 will detect as car, it will give some probability as 0.7 or something. Similarly bike, like it can give something like point and similarly bike can also give some probability as like semi 0.8 or something. And similarly you can have a person as point, it can be anything, like it can be maybe 0.4 or something like this. Okay, so here in this case this need not be like none of these can be like 0 to 1, it can be separate. Okay, So it means like the probability what you have, like here you can have separately like 1 by 1 plus e power minus x separately, and this one again like you can have like 1 by 1 plus e power minus x for y1, similarly for y2, similarly for y3. So these can be independently computed, right? So this happens in case of multi-class classification, and this happens like the combined one will happen in case of multi-class, and this happens in case of multi-label. Okay, that is the main difference between these two. Okay, so what we do is like in case of while implementation, what we use is like for this to happen individually, we use like softmax, and for in case of multi-label, and in case of like multi-class classification, we'll use sigmoid.